Boom. Boom. Instagram's first, YouTube second. Looks like we're live on Facebook. Man, we are just everywhere. Jan, good evening to you. How are you this evening? Karen's here. Good evening to you. Corey checking in from Connecticut. Happy for a live show. Me too. I say it every time. I want to do it every single night. I really do. Shannon, good evening to you. Jeff, good evening. Dan, checking in from Winnipeg. We've officially gone international right like that. Dina's here. Let's see who's over on Instagram. So Instagram makes it hard. Yep. Jenna, you're here. Fran, good evening to you. Great mini chat this afternoon. Fran and I, every once in a while, we chat on Instagram for like, let's say she chats and I hit the like button. That how it goes. You know, I tell you, sometimes I get like 5 minutes of windows and I try and bounce between all the different places, and then so I just kind of I try and lock in when I can. Tammy's checking in on YouTube. Jennifer, trying to find you on Facebook. It's live. There's 57 folks in there right now. Let's see. So it's there. YouTube is fired up just well. Rachel from Raleigh. Good evening. Deborah is here. Donna's here. Kathleen's here. Let's see. I missed a couple. Jan. Jan, I got an email saying that I had a package at the post office. I haven't been over to the post office yet to pick it up. So if it came within the past 2 or 3 days, I did get an email saying something was at my mailbox, but I haven't had time to get over the mailbox. YouTube looks like it's frozen. Technology. I tell you, we talk about it all the time. The technology piece of this part is not my favorite aspect of doing this. I think I'm just going to invite you all and we'll just sit in a meeting room and do this rather than having to worry about platforms and everything. I'm going to reboot YouTube. So it's frozen on my end. I'm not sure if it's frozen on your end or not. So it's frozen here, so I'm going to reboot it. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Typing. Give me a second. One. All right, rebooted YouTube. So crazy devices. Well, YouTube's getting vertical tonight. Anyway, let's see. Who else do we got? Kathy's here. Woohoo! Oregon, Jen's checking in. Good evening to you. Keith is here. Yeah, it's live on Facebook. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and live on Instagram. So all three. But yes, Facebook is definitely live at the moment. Facebook seems to be the most consistent. YouTube's froze up again, so I'm done with YouTube. Good night. I can't keep playing with devices. And I'm not sure why YouTube continues to freeze up on me. It worked so great last couple weeks. Carolyn's here from Long Island. Yep. So let's see. Diana's here. Bev is here. Good evening. Betty from Idaho. Good evening. Jacob's here. Heather and I ran the Ranger race from Chicago to Madison this past weekend. Unreal. Yeah, it sounds like it is. Very, very, very fun. That's an amazing accomplishment. Congratulations there. Happy Tuesday from Maryland, Kathleen says. Good evening to you. See, Maria says, hi, Mike. So happy that you're having a radio podcast tonight. Thank you. I'm on Facebook in New Jersey. Good evening, Maria. Glad to be here. Amy said, couldn't have timed my break any better. I agree. Welcome. Good to see you as well. Leah's here. Penny's here. Jennifer, good evening to you. Detroit, Judy's checking in. Pat says hello. Diane is here. Willa is here. Karen checking in from New Jersey. Colette's here. Let's see. Yeah, so Jen, I use a mailbox down the street because I order a lot of things that need signature, and sometimes we're not available for signature. So I use a mailbox down the street, not the post office, but a different mailing address that has someone who will sign for it for me, so I don't have to worry about getting things. Yeah, Tammy, I gave up on YouTube. It froze up twice on me, so I finally just turned it off completely because it was making me angry. I may try a third time, but it was really frustrating. Let's just try it one more time. Anyway. Heather from Ontario, Bloomington. Good evening, Patricia. Great. Glad you got your shirt. I'm going to put an email out about them. So, ordered the last batch. So, there are on the store, and that's it. I don't believe I'm reordering at that point. So, I'm going to send an email to everyone on the tour. If those folks want one, that's going to be where I'm going to push them. But it's starting to feel too much like selling, and I don't feel like doing that. So, I have quite a few. And when those are gone, then that's probably going to be end of that. So, if you were thinking, maybe I should get one, yep, now would be the time, because I probably will not order. Brenda, good evening from Cincy. Will is here. Diane is here from New York. Good evening to you. Jennifer checking in from Southwest Washington. Very nice to see you as well. Yep, Tammy, exact same, no different. Randy checking in from Minnesota. Got you, sir. Good evening to you. Fatdag.com. Click on the store link. That's where they're at. Yep, for sure. And yeah, there are, I don't know, I probably have, I'll have to guess, 50-ish, maybe. Lee, woohoo! Lee made it to another live show. Kathy is here. Yeah, Karen says, crazy Diane from New York. You guys heard the Diane story, right? She drove from Florida to New York through Indiana like this. It makes no sense. She's awesome. Awesome. Lee says 141 out of 142 days with a blue dot in 2018. Congratulations there. Let's see. Pat says, hello. Sunday I celebrated my re-birthday. 1 year on Weight Watchers. 71.2 pounds gone. Very nice. Rich, good evening to you. Debbie is here. Debbie's saying, good job. Sorry. Linda, I got you. Good evening. Lindsay, happy Tuesday. Lindsay, we just saw each other like not too long ago. It was like, I don't know, what time is it? 10 o'clock, so 4 hours ago? Very good. And Lee, I saw that. I saw you texted me earlier saying, can't wait to see you speak. I can't wait to get to Tulsa as well. I am excited. Be there leaving Friday morning, and Saturday morning we're ready to go. So it's going to be awesome. It looks like, I don't know, best I can tell, a dozen or so folks will probably legitimately show up. So that's more than I thought. So it's awesome. Can't wait. Renee from Lake Elsinore, California. 2 blue dots in a row since March. Awesome. Rebecca says, Oklahoma says hello. Well, hello, Oklahoma. Can't wait to say hello to you. Yeah, Rachel, that's the perfect emoji, YouTube. Yep. So, Brenda, glad to be back here. Pennsylvania, Esther's checking in. Yeah, Lee. Lee says YouTube works just fine the nights there's no show. Yeah, it's like a broken clock. It's right at least twice a day, So that's all you can tell. Amber checking in from West Virginia, first time. Very cool. Awesome. Welcome. Ian's asking how the tour is going. Hello from July 21st, Denver. The tour is fantastic. So stop 2 is coming up this Saturday. This Saturday, we're going to be in Tulsa. Going to run a 5K up near the zoo. And then I'll have a special surprise for you guys Saturday. Those of you who show up, I will make that announcement there. We'll see what that looks like when we get there. But yeah, I got my haircut today. Tomorrow, I will color it. So the next show, it'll be brown instead of gray. Yep. So, it needed to be cut. It was getting too long. Tammy says, today is your 2-year anniversary on Weight Watchers. That's awesome. Congratulations on that. Bloomington just popped on. Janice, good evening to you. Charlotte from Arkansas, good evening. Cindy's here. Let's see. Patty says, hi from the Weight Watcher meeting. I'm working as a receptionist. Shh, we're meditating. Got it. How's that, Patty? Great work. Charlotte and Lee are coming on Saturday. Very nice. That's 2. So we have 2 people coming. I'm going to color it. It has to be colored. It's too gray. No questions asked. You can't talk me out of it. Not happening. I have the color already. I just got to go color it. Deborah says way over 100 people are watching. That's crazy. Thank you. 114 of you right now live, and then 11 over on Instagram. So, and we would have like 1,000 on YouTube, but YouTube decided not to work. So, for those of you who make the trek over to Facebook and Instagram, thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, 2 Colettes in one stream. Jan is back in Arizona for a month. You're glad to be back home in Illinois. Gotcha. Rochelle, I agree. Thank you. Look at that. Dina says, got a t-shirt today and it fit. She went from a 5X down to an L. That's incredible. Congratulations. Feels awesome, doesn't it? I love it. I love it. Joyce Camano Island in the house. Good evening. Louisville, Kristen's checking in. Debbie's here. Lee from Rhode Island. Let's see. Marsha's back on Facebook. Very nice. San Francisco Bay Area. Rose checking. We'll be in San Francisco November 10th. Can't wait to see you all out there. Jennifer's over on Instagram and Facebook. You're on both? How are you pulling that off? I like it. Sandwich, Illinois. Linda's checking in. Kristen says, shopping in your closet tonight for clothes for an interview tomorrow. Lots of clothes are too big now. That is fun. That is so much fun. Bev, I can be this happy. So that, it's funny. I was trying to think of, and of course, we do the show every single night, except for the nights we don't. So obviously that happens a lot. And so schedule-wise is just absolutely crazy. But there's a couple other things that's going on that I don't often share. But you think about this, like Tuesday is my hardest night of the week to do a show. And so as I was looking at the calendar, at all the things I have going on for the next few days, this was the best opportunity to do a show. So that should tell you something. But I have to I have to catch, and Tuesdays, the reason it's so difficult is I do a strength training workout in the morning that just kills me. And then I go from there to work. And then I go right from work to my Weight Watchers meeting. So I need to pick up a second win to get the Weight Watchers meeting done. I come back from the meeting, have to prepare the show, and have to catch a third wind in order to come here and be happy and smiley on the show. And then when I get YouTube stuff that, fizzles out, it's just one of those, logistically, there's a lot that goes into this. It shouldn't be this difficult to chat. Becky's here. You're unofficially in Wonderland. Becky out of Tennessee. Good awesomeness there. Pam, Colorado Springs. Good evening. Let's see. Charlotte's doing the fun run on Saturday. Very nice. Amy from Connecticut. Leanne checking in from Austin. Donna says, loves the shirt too. Awesome. Perfect. Love it. Keith, see you in Tulsa. Yes, sir. Let's see. Very good. Pamela, thank you. Louise says, hello. Karen says, OHIO. Jennifer says, I'll be in Colorado this Saturday, but you'll be thinking of all of us. Yep. Saturday morning we'll be running. Or walking. I don't know what we'll do. Mandy, can't wait to see you as well. Rockford, Illinois, good evening. Coletta, Nova Scotia, Melissa's here. Colorado, Becky's here. Keith, Lee, we went international early. So, all right, are you ready to do this? I think I'm ready. I haven't got, Montreal, Quebec is here. Very cool. Oops. Yeah, Dan's going to bed. So, yep, got it. Yeah, so for those of you in Tulsa, this will not be this color. I'll have my hair dyed by the time we get there. Chris, bring your brother out. Why not? More the merrier. It'll take an hour. Wendy, I saw you register. Very nice. Very cool. Yeah, so Jennifer's got her iPhone and her iPad. Sim, I hope this will be on your podcast. Once I start the show, it'll go to the podcast. Yes, this part doesn't. This part is just us interacting, and then once I do the show, it'll go. So, Jan, I'm so thankful I'm here as well. Judy, Energizer, Fat Dag, I agree. I completely agree. Michigan, Vicky, good evening. Scale is stubborn, Jennifer says, but I am getting stronger. Loving your capable body and working hard. That's how you do it. All right. Scrolling through. So if I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm going to get to the bottom here and get this thing ready to rock. It's 10 o'clock. Or now it's probably 10:15 at this point. Let's do this, shall we? Yeah, grab your water. Get ready. It's time. Right? Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to try one more time to get YouTube working. It's just crazy that it doesn't work. Oh, I don't even know what's going on with that. Mic check, testing, test 1, 2. All right, that's rolling. We're good there. Woohoo! Lady says, welcome live from Virginia. Good evening to you. YouTube is still not playing nicely. Man, it's got to be my fault, right? Sure. All right, cheers. I got my, look at this. Woo! The Wingman bottle of water. Are you ready for this? Cheers. Awesome. Glug, glug, glug. How do you pronounce it? Is it Maria Malia? Hopefully that's how you pronounce it. Good evening to you. First time live. Glad to see you. Yeah, Lisa, I can't chug it like that. I just sip it. Sipping is fine. I just drink it so I can get it done so we can get the show on the road. Very cool. I said it correctly. Woo! So Maria Malia, good evening to you. Yeah, Randy says I'll be in the bathroom after that. So that's why the show's only a 40-minute show, right? And it's at 10 o'clock at night, so I don't sleep well because I drink well. Very fun. All right, let's do this. Episode 197 of the podcast. Man, we're 3 shows away from 200. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. All right, you ready? Deep breath. I take a deep breath just before I do it because I use all of that oxygen to do the entire show. I don't think I breathe during the rest of the show. Fighting off the giggles. I don't know why. It's crazy. I'm sorry. Jennifer says, I'm up to episode 107 from the bottom, then listening from the top. So back and forth. Got it. Cool. All right. Here we go. I am your host, Fat Dag. You're listening to Wise Advice. My weight loss journey failed when I focused on how. It wasn't until I switched my focus to why that I truly transformed myself. Join the show on the web at fatdag.com and follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Wise Advice. Send in your comments, your questions, and your celebrations, and I'll include them as part of the show. But before we dive in, remember, when you're out of points, stop eating points. Hey, I'm honored to be your wingman as we walk through this journey together because I believe in you. Well, hello there. Welcome to episode 197 of Wise Advice. Continuing to climb up there. We're getting so close to episode 200. Man, I really can't wait to get that one delivered, just to cross a new milestone. We're well over 2 million downloads and counting. And it just continues to blow my mind that you guys continue to show up every single day, getting it done, taking care of you. That is the number one priority. You're doing it well by staying focused, by staying tuned in, by staying dialed in. That is how you reach your goals. And speaking of reaching goals, out of Noblesville, Indiana, Lindsay, she's joining us live on Facebook as well for the Facebook crowd. But Lindsay writes in and says, "Hey, Mike. Hey, I'm just sitting here snacking on some snap peas, being 50 pounds lighter. You were there this week when I weighed in and I saw what I had accomplished. It took all of my strength to not break down and bawl right there. It's still so surreal. I can't believe that I did it. No, I'm not at goal yet, but I know I will get there, and that is so overwhelming. In fact, I'm halfway to goal. My heart is so full, it's about to burst. I feel so amazing. And if I do say so myself, not looking half bad either. I have not been at this weight since I was in high school. When I started this journey, I thought it was going to be just another waste of time, another waste of money, another reason for me to feel defeated and for the weight to continue to climb. But the first week I lost 5 pounds and I thought, well, that wasn't so bad. I guess I'll go to a meeting. And then I met you and you told me you believed in me. And you knew I could do this. Me, still full of doubt, probably rolled my eyes at you. Sorry about that. After helping me go over the plan, you gave me a high five and said, no matter what, whether this week rocks or this week is just the worst, you come back next Tuesday and you tell me all about it. So I did, and I have every week since. A bunch of high fives later, and I still can't even believe that I'm doing it. 50 pounds down and halfway to goal. I mean, I see the proof. It's on the scale, it's in the pictures, I feel it, I see it, but I still don't believe it. I can't help but feel like I'm going to suddenly wake up, and it's all going to be a dream. I've been trying to lose weight most of my life, it seems, and I'm doing it. Really? Is this really happening? Is this real life? I don't know how to even act. I get compliments now. Wow, you look thin. Look how thin you've gotten. You're so beautiful, or you look so amazing. Of course, they're all followed with, what have you been doing? And I proudly tell them. But I don't even know how to handle the compliments. I'm always so awkward about it. I'm just not used to getting them. I'm hoping that a simple thank you is just fine. I'm just in a whole different state of mind now. I'm officially halfway there. I can hardly handle it. What am I going to act like at goal? And how will I know that I'm at goal? I know you said it's a feeling and not a number, which is good because I can't remember ever weighing less than 185. My doctor told me a couple years ago that 165 would be ideal for me because I have a lot of muscle. But I don't know what it's like to be at that weight either. I put my goal weight at 145 because it's the top of my healthy weight range and because it would mean I would get that beautiful 100-pound charm. But I guess we'll see when that happens. I know I'm not there yet, so I know that I am just going to keep on going until I get that wonderful, wonderful feeling of not wanting to lose any more weight. Here's a shout out to the Wingmen in Facebook. I want to thank them. Hearing their stories, their victories, their struggles that seems to always relate to my own in some way have helped me on this journey immensely. And without them helping me through some personal stuff last week, I don't know if I would have gotten to 50 pounds down and halfway to goal today. They are always there when I needed them. And of course, I want to thank you, my Tuesday night family. I can't even put into words how much you guys have helped me. I love each and every one of those wonderful people. Our meetings always brighten my day and give me the strength I need to take on another week. Whether we are all laughing together or crying together, that room is just so full of love inspiration. It is just unbelievable. And if you read this on the podcast, I know some of them will be listening. And guys, I love you all so much. You're all my heroes. Thank you for being there for me since day one. Thank you, Mike, for all you do. Thank you for your service to our country, for bringing me together with so many wonderful people in the wingman community, for giving your time and effort to this community that you have built, and to helping all of us on this journey. And again, for believing in me. It means more than I can ever explain. For anyone out there just starting or struggling, the best piece of advice I can give you is to never give up, love yourself, and love your journey. Embrace the change. Oh, and when you're out of points, stop eating points! See you next Tuesday, Lindsay. Lindsay, congratulations. It was such an honor to hand you the 50-pound charm tonight. It made my day just as much as it made yours, because that is a significant milestone in this journey. You did it. You continue to do it, and you actually put into words exactly why you're doing it, and it's because of what we said on week 1. Don't ever quit. Continue to show up, and if you have a great week, you come in, you tell the group what was so great about it. If you have a bad week, you come in, you tell what was so bad about it. Together, we formulate a plan. I want to take a second, though, and I want to address probably the most critical piece in your email. And you know I love you, and I'm gonna love you a lot in this next couple of conversations. But what I need you to know, and what I need you to understand, is I told you early on that I believed in you. The reason that I believed in you is because I did something that I didn't at all believe was possible. I did that by watching other people do it. Watching them have success proved to me that I could have that same level of success, and I wanted it, and I went after it. And when I finally got there, I realized that I'm not special. I didn't do anything crazy. I just simply followed a plan, followed the guidance of those who went before me, and I simply did it. And so as you did exactly that, I want you to take a second and realize that there is no disbelief. I believe you can do this, so I want you to believe that you actually did it. You know, and I get where you're coming from. I get the sense where, you know, it's a little surreal, right? And you want to say, you know, I can't believe I did this, but I really want you to take a moment, and I want you to reflect on all the hard work that you did. This wasn't magic. Nowhere in this journey did something magical happen. You know, maybe something magical clicked in the brain. Maybe there was a magical connection in the meeting room. But the reality is this was hard work. This was focus. This was discipline. You put in the hard work. You put in the focus. You put in the discipline. So therefore, it's only natural that you get the results that you are deserving of. So absolutely believe it. And when someone comes up to you and tells you how awesome you look, a simple thank you is absolutely enough. You're right. There comes a time in this journey for a lot of us that when we start getting the compliments, we don't truly know what to say because we haven't been getting those compliments all along. You know, I always used to follow it up with one of those things when someone says, you know, you look absolutely great. I usually then say, you mean I feel even better? Because I want folks to know that there's a feeling inside that changes when you completely change your life. So a simple thank you, I feel even better, is probably a very appropriate response. The conversation from there always does follow up with, what are you doing? And then shortly thereafter, it's, can I join you? That is the best proof that you're doing it right. That's all the proof that you need that you're doing it. You have to believe that you're doing it because you have to be able to convey to other people what it is that you're doing, and you have to prove to them it is absolutely worth doing. It's absolutely cool that you're in a completely different state of mind. That different state of mind is what we call goal. Sure, the scale hasn't fully caught up, but you are locked in. You are dialed in. I can see it every single week. In fact, you know, tonight at the meeting room, you got there before I did. A sure sign that you're focused, a sure sign that you're dialed in is when you show up to the meeting before the leader. So, Lindsay, keep going. You will know when you get to goal. I promise you. I promise you at some point you're going to step on the scale and you're going to say, Mike, This is enough. Whatever that number is, let's call it goal and let's move on. And at that point, you reach back into this meeting room, which is full of amazing people. You reach into the Wise Wingman Facebook community. You reach into the folks in the live show on Connect. Sorry, a live show on the podcast. You reach into all those communities and you look at someone else and you simply say, I believe in you. And I believe in you because I believed in me at some point. And I still believe in me, and that's what enabled me to get to goal. I fully agree that the meaning of this, it's very, very difficult to explain. It's why you got to stay in your own lane, do your own thing, and get yourself to goal. And that's the best explanation is visual. As people watch you bounce around the room, they can't help but want to celebrate in that joy with you. So Lindsay, absolutely congratulations. Thank you for adding so much to our amazing Tuesday night meeting. You know how awesome that meeting is. I'm a firm believer in meetings. Certainly it can be done without, but boy, when you find the right one, it absolutely is incredible. So again, Lindsay, thanks for writing in. Christine writes in, says, hi, Fat Dag. Hey, I'm so glad I found your podcast a couple months ago. From 2015 to 2016, I lost almost 70 pounds. But since then, almost all the weight has found its way back. My personal life was falling apart, and this past week, I decided to file for divorce from my husband. We just didn't have the same values anymore, and his drinking really became a problem. Right now, I'm struggling with my why. When I initially started losing weight, it was to be healthy enough to have a healthy pregnancy and to be able to play with my future kids. But because of the divorce, that obviously is something I don't have to worry about right now. It was my decision to file, but that doesn't mean it was an easy one. The process is exhausting, both physically and mentally, and right now I just feel alone. Most of my friends were his friends, and I just feel like I don't really have a support system. I follow Points Plus because that's initially what worked for me, so I don't have any Weight Watchers meetings that I can go to for support. So my why is my biggest question right now. I'm trying to fight through this depression of my life being flipped upside down, but by the end of the day, it's almost like I've given up and resorted to food for comfort. I would appreciate any words of wisdom anyone might have in helping me find my why again, and how to try and maintain a healthy lifestyle while going through this whole process. Thank you in advance, Christine. Well, Christine, let's reach out. Obviously, my heart breaks for you, and I can't even imagine what you're going through. Regardless of the reasoning, this change in your life completely does have an impact on you. And so my heart breaks for you. I can't imagine what you're going through, but what I can tell you is I do see some amazing things in your email that I want to share with you. And I want to tell you what I saw, and I want to tell you what I believe. And I believe that from 2015 to 2016, in 1 year, you lost almost 70 pounds. That means at any given point in time, you can go back and recreate that year and lose those 70 pounds again. You've proven that you can do it. So therefore, it's just now a matter of figuring out why and actually getting it done. I'm confident that you can do that. I believe in you, and I believe the entire community believes in you. Regardless of which plan you're following, certainly I am a Weight Watchers leader. The views and opinions expressed here certainly are my own. But the Wise Wingman Facebook group, that's a group of people who just really want to take care of themselves. It doesn't matter what plan they're following. You know, many of us are successful on Freestyle. Many of us are successful on Points Plus, Smart Points. Many of us are even doing something completely different. But I believe the common core is that we found accountability, we found people who understand us, and we continue to check in with them often. So I certainly invite you into the Wise Wingman Facebook group. I know the community will welcome you with open arms. They certainly have done for every single other person who've come in there. So at the moment, that is your support group. That is the group that you can lean on for the emotional support that you need so desperately right now. They're there for you. I promise you they will be there for you. Now, as we take one step beyond that and we look into finding your why, we've done a couple podcasts on that. We've done a couple episodes on how do you rediscover your why. And generally speaking, what I really want you to do is I really want you to grab a pen. I want you to grab a piece of paper, and I simply just want you to write a story to yourself. I want you to do it in the privacy of your own home. I want you to do it while you're completely alone. That way you can just sit down and let the tears flow. As you start drafting on paper, if you start writing down, the creative brain takes over and you just ramble on paper. It's extremely therapeutic. And as you do that, you ask yourself just a couple questions and really you focus on what's the hardest thing you've ever done in your life and do you believe that tracking is going to be more difficult? You ask yourself who is responsible for your success. You ask yourself if you believe you can do it. And the first answer may not be at the moment yes. And in that case, that's where you rely on the community to help you get it done. And as you go through this process, as you detail out why you're doing this, you may not have a clear understanding at the exact moment as you're writing it. That's perfectly okay. And so what you have to do is you have to understand as you go through all of this that there is no clear-cut way to figure this out. The way to figure this out is for you to simply say, I want to be healthy. And in your case, you said you want to be healthy enough to have kids. That dream can still be possible. And so you have to prepare yourself for that. You have to get there to the point where you say, I just want to be the healthiest version of myself. And as you detail out that story, something will come to you. You use that as motivation to continue to just track as much as you can, to do the best that you can, and let the community pull you through at this moment. At some point, as you continue to work it, it will become clear for you. I promise you that. So what I want you to do is I want you to hop into the Facebook group. Go to wisewingman.com is the easiest way to find it. You certainly can go to Facebook and look for a Wise Wingman. It's there as well. But wisewingman.com will certainly launch you right into that. But I want you to know that you don't have to do this alone. That's the most important aspect of this. As you find the support group, you will find other people who will do this. As I read this, the folks in Facebook already have chimed in. Diane says, you will do this, Christine. I believe in you. That's the kind of support you're going to find. You're going to find that in this community. We're going to get it done together. And like I said, you start with a huge advantage. You start with the advantage of knowing that when you were at your best, when you were at your peak, you were able to lose 70 pounds. So that best version of you exists. That best version of you is ready to do this again. That best version of you wants this. Let us help you find it. Let us help you get back there. You absolutely can do it. Helen writes in and says, well, hello, Fat Dag. Hey, I joined Weight Watchers in September of 2016. Due to things happening, I didn't really get started until January of 2017. My why was getting enough weight off to have both of my knees replaced. Every step I take is painful, bone on bone. I did well until December of 2017. I had lost 75 pounds. The last time I weighed in with a loss was December 2nd. Since then, I had gained and lost the same 5 pounds. I have blue dots every day except for 15 days. I started counting calories and I average about 12,000 calories a day. I exercise enough that I have around 2,000 calories going out. Saturdays are my weigh-in. I really felt I had lost some weight this last Saturday, but no, I gained 2 pounds. I've been in tears for 3 days over this. I've come to the point of quitting. I don't know what else to do. I track everything and still nothing. I weigh and I measure all of my food, even the 0-point food. I listen to your podcast every night. I was listening to the one where you went to Chicago to meet all the people at goal. To be honest, I got angry. I've been working hard to reach goal and nothing works. I want it just as bad as everyone else does. But I just end up frustrated. Helen. Helen, again, first off, 75 pounds, congratulations. You don't do that by accident. You absolutely cannot lose 75 pounds accidentally. So therefore, you have to, first of all, take credit for everything that you've done to get to this point. Now I want you to focus. I want you to get doubted. I want you to get angry. Use that frustration, turn it into motivation, and let's go ahead and take an honest assessment of where we are. You simply can't lose every single week. It's absolutely not possible to do that. At some point, you absolutely have to have a gain to balance everything out. As you began to get frustrated, you switched over to starting counting calories, averaging 1,200 a day. There's a chance that may not be enough. I'm not an expert in that lane, but 1,200 seems a little low on that low side, especially if you're working at enough to get 2,000. There's a good chance you're not eating enough to sustain your body the way it needs to be. So as you go through this process, I would encourage you, dig into your weeklies if you haven't. But let's get real here. I want you to ditch the calorie version of your plan. You're trying to work two plans. You're trying to follow both plans, and you really are looking at two maps trying to get to the same destination. I want you to breathe. I want you to relax. I want you to simply follow a single plan and simply focus on eating right, getting enough food, following the points, getting your blue dots the way that you've been doing it, and celebrate the fact that you're living a healthy, happy life 75 pounds down from where you started. When you push the stress aside, when you finally say, okay, I can do this, and you relax just enough, amazing things start to happen. You start freeing yourself of this stress of I can't do it, I have to do it. And as you get completely wound up, you put your body into a stressful state that doesn't really want to cooperate the way that we want it to. So certainly, if you've listened to the podcast, that all quitting is going to do is give you another start date. There's a reason why you joined. You absolutely joined for a specific reason. In your case, to have your knees replaced. That will continue to be there, whether you quit or whether you continue on the program. What I want you to do is I want you to continue on. I want you to kind of throw away the book, so to speak. Follow the Weight Watcher plan. Figure out how many points you need. Figure out how much protein your body needs. Get enough protein. Get enough points. Dig into your weekly points. Do that for 4 to 5 weeks. Let me know how we go. That's what you want to focus on. But I want to go back because I think it's very important. Is I see oftentimes people do this. Is we start a plan and we have great success. 75 pounds down is phenomenal success. And then somewhere shortly after we have this phenomenal success, we have a slight hiccup in the plan. And at that point, we want to completely change everything. We then go add another program called calorie counting to this. We know very well that not all calories are created equal. So now you're mixing and matching plans. When the first plan you followed got you to a successful place, go back to there. Go back to that successful place where you're doing everything right, you are tracking everything, and just continue to celebrate the new, healthy, happy lifestyle that you have. Now, I understand how bad you want it. I understand how frustrated you are. I understand that you are working very hard to reach your goal. I would eliminate the line in your email that says nothing works, because clearly everything that you've done up to this point is working. From December 2nd to now, gaining the same 5 pounds, believe it or not, is incredibly successful. That alone is a celebration, and that is where you ought to be proud. Continue to listen. Continue to stay tuned in. Hop into the Wise Wingman Facebook group as well. Yes, we went to Chicago. Yes, it was a while ago. We met with many people who were at goal. Certainly, that does not change anything in our journey. Not everyone at that meeting even was at goal. It was a great group of people who were all just focused on being the best version of themselves that they could be. That's the focus. That's where I want you to follow. So thank you so much for your email. You can do this. I absolutely know that you can do it. Kelly writes in and says, well, hey, Fat Dag, I hope this finds you and your family well. I hit my 5% loss today. I have not found that level of success in 20 years. 20. Let me explain a bit. In 1998, I was at Lifetime and a Weight Watchers leader. I married my wonderful husband, who at the time was an active duty United States Marine. I followed him wherever the Marine Corps sent us. No questions asked and full support for the mission. Additionally, I've been a special education teacher since 1993. I have spent my career working with students and families who walk a different path than many. When military wife gets paired with special education teacher, life becomes amazing. It becomes even more incredible when a new baby girl enters our lives in Japan. It also becomes complicated, fluid, emotional, and lonely when my husband is deployed or when family is very far away. I have made the most special friends that love me and my family literally all over the world. What a gift and what a sadness that can be when we leave for yet another duty station. My husband is now retired after 28 years of service, and we're home. While I regret not one day of the journey, some days were harder than others. I eat stress. Usually that comes in the form of cookies, cakes, brownies, chocolate ice cream, etc. Anything that makes me feel good when the days get tough. I think that is because feeling good immediately, even if it's unhealthy, is better than feeling good later. At least that's how I've lived for a very long time. I have sent my husband to war. One of my students was murdered. I have known students who have died from health issues. I have cried at school, both in times of happiness and sadness. I have had students achieve more than anyone ever thought possible. I get goosebumps in my classroom. It is just an emotional journey. This past March, while celebrating my husband's and my daughter's birthdays, they're only one day apart, 38 years and one day apart, I looked at them. They are thin. They are fit. They eat healthy foods and participate in sports. My husband is training for a full Ironman. I go to the events with them, supporting all the way and loving them. On this day, however, I pictured them without me. I wasn't considering what they would do if I passed away. I pictured them living with me, always on the sideline. See, if I did pass away, they would be okay. They would. They are all very strong. However, did I put them in pain while I was living but not living? Maybe that hurts more. It's just a thought. I became an online member that day. It was different. I was going to do this. I just was. It all became clear that this was now my mission. I tell my students there are no limits. Look for success, work hard, and know that I love you and I believe in you. It was now time to show my husband, my daughter, and my students that I actually love me too. I learned about your podcast through Connect. I use the Wingman Facebook group. I listen to you every day. I am making good progress, and I know without a doubt that I can and I will hit goal. You and my wingman have taught me if you hit 5%, you can do anything. Hey, Mike, did you hear me? I hit 5% down today. Thank you for all the support you provide, the guidance from my wingman and from my meeting friends. God bless you, Kelly. Kelly, what an amazing, amazing journey you have. What an amazing journey that's in store for you. What an amazing life you have. And here you are knocking it out of the park. A 5% weight loss goal, for those of you who may not have caught up on all the previous podcasts, if you have hit 5% in your weight loss journey, you can hit any goal you set for yourself. Because this 5%, all it represents is that somebody gave you a plan, someone showed you how to use the plan, someone gave you a goal, and then you went through the process of working the plan, figuring out the pieces that worked, figuring out the pieces that didn't work, stumbling on occasion, thriving on other occasions, and absolutely hitting this goal. That's what 5% means. So it's just a matter of understanding is that if you've hit 5%, you can hit goal. Without a doubt, I believe that more than anything. Kelly, you're absolutely going to prove that. Let's go all the way back to the beginning, and congratulations to you and your family. Your husband sounds like an amazing man. United States Marine for 28 years. You, as a very supportive spouse, the only way he was able to be a Marine for 28 years is because you were there providing incredible support. I'm confident of that. I live that scenario daily. So my hat is off to the both of you for your incredible service to this nation. Thank you so much for doing that. It sounds like you've had an amazing career, and it sounds like for much of your life and your career, you have put everybody ahead of you. That's what has made your family so successful. I commend you. I understand it. I fully know what you were going through, but now it is time, as you said in your email, to let them know that you love you as well. It's time to put you first. By you putting you first, you are going to see an amazing shift in every aspect of your life. What you're going to notice is that you have more energy, you have more time, you have more focus, you have more ability to care for your students, you have more ability to care for your daughter, you have more ability to care for your entire family when you've taken care of your emotional needs first. It's something I continue to work on because I feel so strongly that you have to take care of you first. For a long time, many of us who are very successful in other areas of our life, we can point to areas in our lives where we have been incredibly successful, and that success comes with a sacrifice. For so many people, that sacrifice ends up being weight gain. Because rather than planning our meals, rather than taking care of ourselves, rather than getting to the gym to do what we need to do, we put ourselves completely last as we take care of everyone else, and we are simply left for whatever else is available. Not you at this moment. At this moment, as you've taken your focus, as you've shifted it back to you, and you hit your 5% goal, it's at that point. It's at that point where you have completely changed your life. And Bev is commenting on Facebook as I read this to you and saying, I still have a hard time putting myself first. And I believe very firmly that there are so many people who do that. And I believe that is probably, I'm completely making it up on the fly here, but I believe that is probably, for many of us who are overweight, we can always point to so many of the other things that we've done instead of taking care of ourselves. But as you hear time and time again, as people set goals, meet goals, and accomplish amazing things by simply putting themselves first, so much of their life changes. Their lives completely change for the better. I've yet to hear someone say that they lost all the weight, got to goal, and life is now completely miserable. So if you have an amazing life to begin with, can you just imagine how much more incredible it's going to be when you are the priority and you've taken care of yourself, and when you step on the scale and you say, I no longer want to lose weight. In your case, I'm just guessing by your family makeup that when you get to goal or somewhere near it, you're going to be out there competing in that Ironman as well. And what an amazing family experience that's going to be as you celebrate together. I really want you to just continue to dive in. I want you to continue to stay focused. I want you to really understand what it is that you have accomplished. You're worth it. You set a goal. You set a goal in your journey. You hit that goal. It's now simply time to set the next goal. Continue to check off goal after goal after goal after goal. And at that point, you will absolutely be a rock star. You'll be the rock star that you already are, I should say. So, and we will absolutely jump up in joy and celebrate. What is it that you're celebrating? Let's share it on the air. Let's go to fatdag.com, click on the Wise Advice Podcast, send in your celebrations, your comments, your questions. I'll work them in as part of the show. I want you to email in your celebrations. I want you to be proud of what you're doing. I also want you to share them with the entire community so that everybody understands what we are fighting for. What we're fighting for here is our lives. We're fighting to get everything back. We're fighting to find the control that we deserve. We're fighting to find that peace, that joy that exists in every single one of us. It's there, I promise you. You can do this. Well, that is going to do it for this time. Remember, losing weight and getting healthy has nothing to do with luck. You have to remain disciplined and focused. Set your sights on your goal and go after it. I wish you good focus. $197 in the books. The computer behind me is not working, so we'll see if this makes it to the podcast or not. But at least you got to see it live, so that's good. Yay! Yep, 197 in the books. Cool. Yeah, Tammy, I agree. I always love. I love digging into this inbox. It's the coolest thing ever when I have the opportunity to dig in there. So only 2 more till we get to 200. That's crazy. Maria, thank you. Lee, thank you very much, sir. Fran, good evening. Technology, Tammy, I agree. Let's see if it... Yeah, computer's completely frozen up, so I don't know. Normally when this does this, I'm able to pull the audio out of Facebook, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that tonight or not, so I don't know. Woo! Fun, isn't it? Yeah, very fun. Patricia, thank you for being here, for sure. Yeah, and I get it. Yeah, I don't, thank you. It's the best I can do, Not going to let it get too frustrating. I'm just going to now. I know, Tammy. I'm trying to breathe. It's all good. So, but on that note, let me do this because that's going to now stripping the audio out of the Facebook file it adds a lot of time. So let me go ahead and do that. The episode, so here's interesting. The episode only exists on Facebook because Instagram will get rid of it in 24 hours. It doesn't exist on YouTube. Maybe I'll just simply put the entire, I don't know what I'll do. It was a great show. Woo! Debbie, good night to you. Mom, good evening. Good night to you. John, you're very welcome. Yeah. No, Cheryl, I know, but, so here's the difference, Cheryl. So 84 folks are on Facebook. I think at one point we got to 100 and so. The episodes get about probably 8,000 to 9,000 downloads. So, obviously I want to make sure that most people have access to it. So, for sure. But it is what it is. We'll figure it out. No big deal. We'll just roll with it and figure it out. On that note, Instagram, 1 minute, 18 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and sign off with you now. Thank you for being here. Truly, it's always fun to hang out with you guys. It's the highlight of my night. Even though it comes late at night, it is the highlight of my day. So truly, thank you. Heads up, schedule-wise, I picked tonight to do the show because I do not see a break in my schedule until probably June 1st. I'm going to be gone out straight. I don't get home many nights before 8, 9. So I do not see an opportunity to get back to you in this regard until probably June 1st. So I'll be texting. I'll be through some posts. We'll get that. We'll be on Twitter. Twitter is the most interactive. But anyway, so we will see where we go. I'll be in Tulsa. Can't wait to see all of you. That's going to be awesome. Memorial Day weekend this weekend. I want you to take a moment in the midst of your celebration, in the midst of your with your family, and recognize that for some of us, for some families who have paid the ultimate sacrifice, this is a somber weekend, a moment to really honor them. So I want you to take that moment to do that. Have a great evening. Instagram, good night. I wish you good focus. Almost forgot. Yeah, Ian says technology has brought us together. It's our friend, except for when it's not. Yeah. So, Maria, thank you for that. For sure. Joan, so this weekend has you anxious? Why? Yeah, it shouldn't be anxious. It should be fun. Yep. Lee says, throw some post video pics on Patreon every once in a while. Yeah, trust me, there are more places. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I try, but we'll work at it. We'll get it there. The plan for this summer is to develop a better routine, so to get all of this squared away. So we're going to get there. So, gotcha, Joan. So, Joan, set a plan ahead of time, really. And set just make a plan going into it, and just really stick to your plan. Understand. I always say, how do I want Tuesday morning to look like and feel like? If you keep that in your mind all weekend, it makes it a little easier to make some wiser decisions. Do I want a cheeseburger, or do I want to make goal? Do I want a cheeseburger, or I want to wake up Tuesday morning feeling like a rock star? You can do this. You absolutely can do this. And so with that, let's go ahead and sign off. I wish you good focus. Thank you for being here. We'll be in touch online, and maybe we'll do something special on the road. So you never know. Take care. I wish you good focus. Have a great night.